Hey, hey, welcome each and every one. Welcome back to another one of my live stream. Happy Wednesday. Super excited, y'all, to be here today on this another live stream. I've been keeping it consistent since Monday, and today is Tuesday. So happy Wednesday. Today, I'm tired. I'm not gonna lie. But nevertheless, showing up and showing out. So as you see the title here, everybody can't go with you. I hope I titled it correctly. But truth of the matter is, everyone can't go with you, right? So we're talking about that today. And as you can see, I'm wearing the Wake Up and Thrive shirt. So I would love for you to support my community if you plan to. I do have for women and men. So you see, I'm wearing it, and I would love to feature you if you decide you want to support my community. All right, so let's talk about it. Everybody can't go with you, and that's truth of the matter. Whenever you want to elevate yourself in life, there are sometimes you just have to jump out of your comfort zone, right? And when I say comfort zone, Drew Ross, can you hear me? I just want to make sure that I'm clear. Do I need to turn up my audio? Is everything good? Let me know if you're Gucci and we can get going. Let me know before I get started. I'm not going to be on this live for too long because right now I'm parked up. I do have an appointment today, so should be in by 3. But I decided to go for a half hour. Okay, awesome. Yeah. So I decided to go for half hour and I'm going to just thank you. I'm just gonna nip it, nip it, nip it. And y'all, let me tell you, I don't want to be all over the place. So I have my notes right here in front of me. In case if you see me looking here, that's because, I'm trying to get straight to the point so then we could deliver today. All right. So most of you aren't accustomed to me coming live at this time. But because of the time frame that I have available is the main reason why I'm capitalizing on this time frame. So, in case if you missed it, go ahead for me and watch the replay. For those who just hop in, go ahead for me and double tap so YouTube could push out this live stream. So, I want to just say to you that this road to growth is a lonely road. It's lonely simply because most time we have to make some uncomfortable decision, right? Because most of the time we are comfortable, and sometimes when we are comfortable, sometimes it does not allow us to see our potential out there. It doesn't allow us to push to our full potential. It doesn't allow us to see what other opportunities is out there because you're comfortable. Sometimes you have to be uncomfortable. This means that, sometimes you have to test the unknown. And what I mean by that, it could be, as a creator, it could be you starting up your online business. It could just mean doing something new, right? At times we're not conditioned to trying things that are new. But just want you to know that season change, right? In this aspect of life, we can't be in our comfort zone all the single time because then you won't know what is out there, right? So not everyone assigned to your past is meant for your future. I want you to know that not everyone that you experience in the past is not good for your future, because in your life, whenever you're going through a phase in life and you're growing and you may want to start your own business and you may want to start something in your life, the people who you know in your past that weren't adding any value to your life, aren't adding any productivity to your life, sometimes you have to let those go, right? You can't bring them with you in your future, especially when you're trying to do something new, especially when you're making progress on your life. We have the brains. Your accent sounds like my childhood wife. Okay, okay. Yes, I'm Jamaican. How are you? Thank you, Brain, for being here. Go ahead for me and double tap as you're coming in so YouTube could push out this video. I would love your support on that. Let me see if I'm able to. Hold on. Let me see. Here, hold on. Let me just add this right here. hold on, y'all. I'm trying to add this note right here so we can, so I don't have to ask. That's what I'm trying to do right now as we speak. Okay, so I'm going to add this here. Okay. Um, wow. I don't know why it looks like that. Is this little sticker I put up here, are you able to see the entire thing? Or is it like, did it cut off the word? I want to know because on my end, it's cutting off the word. So let me know. Hey Maurice, thank you for being here. All is well. Happy Wednesday. How's your day going so far? Today we're talking about everyone can't go with you. We're talking about progress in life, things that we need to do so we can thrive, on a day to day. So, I try to make sure my lives are valuable lives that we can take and, add it to our daily life. So we're talking about that today. Everybody can't go with you. Another thing that we have to also do, y'all, is to protect your energy. I speak on that a lot of times because people will take your energy, especially the ones who have nothing to do with your life. People tend to make conflict their lifestyle, and as a result of that, if things aren't working out for them, they will drag you into it. So you have to make sure that you are aware of your surroundings, the one who are around you, right? Some relationship drain instead of fuel growth, and that is the thing. We have to be alert. If someone isn't adding value to your life, you don't want to be around it. You want to be around people who can help you grow. You want to be around people that have what you want, right? Where you can grow. So it's kind of like a mentor. There's certain things that you may want to do, in your life. You want to find a mentor that can inspire you, who aspire you to do better with yourself. So anywhere there is negative drama, anywhere where there's negative energy, you want to take yourself out of it immediately, because that has a lot to do with your mind, your mental health, as well as your production. All right, keep that in mind. Maurice, if you have not yet double tap, go ahead for me and double tap. I appreciate your support. Also, silent sabotage, y'all. A lot of times people around us sabotage us and you don't even know, because you're not paying attention. Your eyes is not awakened. Your mind is not awakened. You're just, you're not paying attention through action. You're not paying attention to through what is coming from someone else's mouth. So you have to pay attention to those things. It's important, okay? Friends and family may love you, but they may still limit your growth, right? Because sometimes when something isn't working out for them, they want to drag you into it. Or perhaps you may have, your vision, and you may want to do certain things and they don't see the vision. And if they don't see the vision, then guess what? They will not encourage you to get there. They will not tell you it would work. They will not say, you know what, go for it. Because they project their fears on you, and that's what it comes down to. So just make sure, silence sabotage. Pay attention to those who are around you so you understand that if this energy isn't right, if this person aren't saying anything that is adding value to you, you definitely want to dismiss yourself out of it. Just know that. Another thing is, destiny requires separation, right? Sometimes you have to separate yourself from the norms. So, and this could be friends and family. When you want to progress in life, you got to separate yourself. Hey, Brendan, thanks for being here. Happy Wednesday. Thank you for being here. And for those who just hop in, I would love for you to support by double tapping this live stream so YouTube could push it out. Yes, yes. Today we're talking about everybody can't go with you. All right, Brandon, that's what we're talking about today. So, we got to rise high, right? We got to keep that positive mindset no matter what people are going through. You got to hold on to your mindset so that you can thrive. You can get up each day. You can make improvement on your life through production, right? And we just have to pay attention to that, right? Sometimes you have to walk away from things. And I know it may be uncomfortable, right? But anything that is too comfortable is not good, right? So you got to be uncomfortable sometimes, jumping out of your comfort zone. Hey, Lamont, happy Wednesday. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you. For those who just hop in, go ahead for me and double tap this live stream. We're just talking about this topic really quick. Everybody can't go with you. All right. Sometimes you have to separate yourself. Sometimes you have to make some, move so you can push to your full potential, because at the end of the day, life is about growth. We're not going to be in the same predicament all the time, right? And they said age come with maturity. So if you're getting older and you're not doing better for yourself, then you have to check your surroundings. That's just bottom line. You have to observe, you have to assess, because you always want to make improvement on your life each and every day. Another thing is not personal, but through purpose. Like, we all have a purpose in this life. We all have one, right? I have a purpose. You have a purpose. Can you hear me? Let me know if you're able to hear me. I'm kind of seeing a slight delay on my side. Let me know if you can still hear me, and let me know if it's like, let me know if on your side, if it's, what do you call it? Like, if it's snagging, because it looks weird to me on my side. I don't know if it's my internet or what. Okay, you can hear me. Good, good, good. So again, y'all, letting go doesn't mean hate, right? It just means clarity sometimes. Sometimes we need clarity. Have you ever like been around someone and you just feel like you can't progress, but the minute you let them go, you start to see things start to flourish for you. You starting to see that your life have improved. That's what it means. It doesn't necessarily mean you hate the person, but sometimes you just have to separate yourself to experience more growth. Okay, that's what that means. All right, support versus spectators. Sometimes we have to really know who is supporting us and who are spectators, have so much to say but can't add value. If you agree with me, type me a one in the chat. Let me know if you agree with me. We got to know the difference between support and spectators. Okay, good. Yep. So just learn the difference between who claps and who competes. Sometimes we have people around us you don't even notice. They're competing with you in silence. So pay attention who claps, who cheers you on, who encourages you, who tell you that you have full potential, who, keep, who is in your corner versus the one that is out there trying to compete against you. Sometimes you let some things, like sometimes you overshare to the point that the person that is right next to you is the one that is competing with you and not knowing. So, we got to pay attention to those who are around and just be aware of your surrounding, aware of the things that comes from your mouth, because people do have hidden agendas sometimes, and truth be told, they don't share it. So, just be mindful of that. Another thing too is boundaries build peace. Okay. Yes, I have been experiencing that, y'all. Let me tell you, this was the year for me. When I tell you it's been a domino effect for me, it has been a domino effect. Like, this year has been like my worst year. Jura said yes. People hate for no. Yes, absolutely. They hate for no reason. And let me tell you something, Drew Ross. You don't gotta have money for people to hate. People could be jealous of your ambition, jealous of the things you can do. People who attracted to you, who you attract, multi-talented, all it's just all different. The car that you drive, it's just many different things. People are envy, and guess what? It just happened to be the closest people around you sometime. May not want to hear it, but that's the truth. So we definitely have to, be aware with our surrounding. Again, I was saying that boundaries build peace, right? Saying no create a space for what's meant to stay. All right. If you're around someone and you tell them that, listen, we got to set a parameter here so then I can gain my time back. I can get to rest. I can get my peace. The true ones around you would totally understand. Okay? Versus the one who get upset with you just because you're creating a boundary, for yourself, for your family. The one who gets mad, those are the one that is planning to use you. Okay? Those are the one that be catching attitude, titties attack, tantrum, everything that you can call it. Okay? So definitely create boundaries. It's a safe space for you. And in this world that we live in nowadays, y'all, you've got to set it up because people will constantly use you if you give them the chance to. Okay? That was one problem I had in my life. Not knowing how to say no. Saying yes to everyone and get burnt in the process of it. So I stop it. This is the year I said, you know what? I definitely have to set boundaries for me so I can gain my peace back. Not only that, I can put my focus in other things, more income producing activity to save myself and to save my family. That's just what it is. So if it means jumping out of my comfort zone, that's exactly what I'm doing. And that's what you have to do as well. You have to create a boundary for you that works for you. When you get home, you need a mental break, right? Not coming home and having someone calling you to tell you about somebody else's drama. What is that adding to you? Tell me, what is that adding? You're tired. Your brain has been working since day. 8 hours, 9 hours, and for someone to call you and start telling you about someone else's business, that's not adding anything to you. It's adding more. So you need mental rest. Rest your brain. Don't do anything. Sit, relax, and just take the rest of the evening off. You understand what I'm saying? Or help your child with his or her homework. Or speak to your child and ask them what did they do in school today. Sometimes our focus is so wrong that we don't even know. Okay, so like for me, I'm very close with my children, and one of the things for me when I get home, sometimes I don't want to hear it. Like I don't want to hear it. I'm For me, I'm like, okay, it's me and my kids, or I will have Josiah, and I tend to just do any little thing I can. But my safe space is just spending time with my family. I don't want to hear those noise out there because if it's not adding value to me, I don't want to hear it. And sometimes we just have to know how to, set boundaries. Is important, y'all, okay? Also, divine alignment. God will remove distractions, okay? So you can stay on track. So, yes, even you may not know, but God will move it. All right, as long as you're praying to him, he will say, you know what, this person don't need to be around you, this one, and he'll make things happen. I don't know what that is, but sometimes he work in a mysterious way just so you can stay focused. But the point is, we just need to remain focused because everybody can't go with you, and that's just bottom line. Another thing, growth is uncomfortable. All right, the unknown. they said they say no risk, no rewards. All right. So whenever you're about to do something, it feels you have this jitter or this nervousness or anxiety, but just know that growth is uncomfortable. Sometimes you just have to switch it up. That's what that means. Switch it up sometimes so you can discover what is possible out there. For those who just hop in, go ahead for me and double tap. As you see, I'm wearing my Wake Up and Thrive. Don't be afraid of supporting. If you would like, you can support me. I sometimes I keep forgetting about it, but I was like, okay, I need to come out here and start promoting because I'm not doing a good job, especially but I've been so busy of lately. So today was one of those days I said, okay, let me come out here and promote my t-shirts. So if you do purchase one, I will definitely feature you inside of my community, Wake Up and Thrive. The link is somewhere around. If you're interested, you can always, let me go ahead and pin one. So I'm gonna pin this one here, and then I'm gonna pin this one as well. Give me 1 second, y'all. Hold on. Excuse me for that, y'all. All right, so we have a few people up here. If you are here for the very first time, welcome. Thank you for being here on my live. My goal is to increase and grow my community. You know, I'm thankful to be here. I love this movement in terms of Wake Up and Thrive, this positive movement I have going on. My platform is more on motivation, inspiration, and awareness. I like to bring awareness inside my community simply because, you know, it's a busy world. Sometimes people are not aware of certain things, and I just like to come up here and speak on different topics, so to speak. But nevertheless, I feel like you would like it. So in case if you're brand new here, I would love for you to subscribe if you're brand new. We got Kaboom here. Hi from North Carolina. Thank you for being here. You've never. Okay, so this is your first time being here. For me, I've been in North Carolina before, but I want to know, is this your first time being here on my live streaming, or you've been like are you have you been a subscriber, or you're brand new here? Hi Donald, thank you for being here. Appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. How is your Wednesday going? By the way, happy Wednesday as well. Okay, first time. Okay, so if you're first time, I would love for you to subscribe to this community. I think you would love it if you're one of them who love inspiration, awareness, and motivation. Okay. So yeah, so we're talking about that today. Everybody can't be with you, right? Everybody is just one of those things. When you're growing in life, when you're making improvement on your life, when you want to become a better version of yourself, sometimes you have to leave the past. Those are in the past that cannot add value to your life. Sometimes you have to pivot. Sometimes you have to, make a short-term sacrifice to focus on your long-term goals, and that's what that is. All right. Okay, so it's your first time. Thank you for being here. um Donald said, okay, that's good, that's good. Yes, my Wednesday is going well as well. I'm just a little tired, but I want to show up still, just because I try to be consistent as I can. So walking alone, y'all, sometimes feels heavy, right? But it's necessary. I want you to know that it is necessary. If you want to grow in life, you can't carry everyone with you. Some of them won't have the same mindset as you, right? Sometimes when you want to start a business, you can't carry people who knows nothing about business, right? you know and let me just say, working at your 9 to 5 job, I always say something like this: it's always good to work your 9 to 5, right? If you can't do any better. But I always say this: you could never be wealthy with a 9 to 5, right? And some may not agree. I feel like the only way that will happen is if you invest some of your 9 to 5 earned income and invest in your business. I feel like you have a better potential of being wealthy starting your own business as opposed to depending on a 9 to 5. But the whole point is, what I'm trying to say is that, you know, if you decide to start something, those people that you have in the back that knows nothing about, have you ever meet these type of people where, you want to start something and they have so much to say, but they can't even start it, or they know nothing about it? That's what I'm trying to say. Sometimes you just have to pivot and jump out of your comfort zone and just separate yourself from it. That's what that is. All right. So again, walking alone, sometimes it feels heavy, but it is also necessary. So just know that, okay? I want you to listen to that. My friend, your future is calling you. Okay? If you're living and you're healthy, and you're working, and you're doing it all, your future is calling. Okay, let this be the year for you to think about, if you haven't started something yet, You can think of starting something that you're passionate about. What makes you nervous? What makes you scared? Hold on, y'all. Give me 1 second. What makes you scared, right? Tell me, what makes, we got, hey, the boss, how are you doing? Thanks for being here. Appreciate you. Go ahead for me and double tap as you guys coming in. If you're here for the first time, thank you. I'm not sure if this is your first time being on this live, but welcome, welcome. Today we're talking about everyone can't go with you. Sometimes you just have to make changes in our life. But again, your future is calling. I don't know what you're passionate about, but if there's anything in your life that you feel like you've been delaying, day to day, week to week, month to month, year to year, you should try, take a risk. They said no risk, no reward. Sometimes you just have to, you just have to take a risk. That's just bottom line. You got to try it. You won't know it will work for you unless you try. You got to move by faith, right? The Bible said if your faith is small as a mustard seed now, that's all you got to do. You just have to trust and believe. Trust in yourself that you can do it. If there's ever something that you wanted to do, try it. Now we have YouTube right now as a source. YouTube is a university. It has information to change our situation. So we can utilize YouTube to our full potential, guys. All right? Whatever it is that we want to try, we can always outsource it on YouTube. We got mentors out here. We have how-to videos. There's just so much information out here. Yet still, some of us, we are still like, we just delayed. And then sometimes when you see someone doing something that you know deep down you wanted to do, then you feel some type of way because someone else out here is doing it. Sometimes our mind gets the best of us and our mind tricks us and tell us that we can't do it. Well said. Pretty good. Nice to meet. Same to you. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Okay. And if you're, go ahead and subscribe. I think you would love this community. We speak on motivation, inspiration, and awareness if you're interested. Today, I'm not going to be here for long, but I wanted to just dive in for half hour. I have about a few more minutes to go before I close out, but I wanted to talk about this today. We got to jump out of our comfort zone. Sometimes we have to pivot. Sometimes we have to, make a shift, because when we're too comfortable, sometimes we see no growth, and then we question our life. Why is your life not improving? Why certain things the way they are? That's because we're just limited. Our mind is limited, so we got to expand our mind, right? We got to educate ourselves. Information is a lot of information out here, but you know what, let me tell you what is consuming us nowadays, to the point where we waste so much time on that, to the point that we don't produce anymore. We're just stuck within the parameter of a job because our social media get the best of us. Let's admit it. A lot of us, we consume social media so much that it takes away. Sometimes you want to be on the phone for 20 minutes and 20 minutes turn into 2 hours. Sometimes 2 hours turn into 4 hours, because social media consume your mind so much that you literally have no time left to do anything else. And let me tell you, it happens to me, okay? But I caught myself and I said to myself, you know what? Enough is enough. Let me try to find something else to do with my time. Even though I'm a social media creator, right? I'm a content creator. I spend my time up here, but I do it in a way where I can consume, make money from doing it. I can monetize it, right? So what I'll do, I'll consume information to change my situation and monetize it, if that makes sense. Thank you. Appreciate it. That's what I'll do. No more spending my time doing non-producing activity. Everything that I do, I target it to something, just because I know what I'm aiming to do. So I'm just saying, everybody can't go with you. When you're deciding to make improvement on your life, just know that and be okay with it. Embrace it. Know that anything that you want to do in life, not everyone is going to agree. Whether you do good, bad, or do nothing, people will always have something to say. But just know that everybody can't go with you, okay? I just wanted to speak on that today. I know this message is short, but this one is kind of short and spicy. And that's just what it is for today, all right? Your girl have an appointment. I got to go. And I will catch you in another live. Let me know if you like this topic today, okay? Let me know if you want me to speak more on this. If you do have something of your own, don't be afraid. Go ahead and just drop it. Let me know. You can always leave a comment. And thank you for being here. I appreciate you, and I will see you guys around. Be blessed, be safe, and may God continue to bless you. Take care. Bye-bye.